What's up, guys? Welcome to the show. Today, I am in a different location for a couple weeks this summer, visiting back home in Montana, but I'm still trying to get you guys a couple videos. So thanks for tuning in. If you have a couple seconds, hit subscribe and like the video. Leave a comment if you're new to the channel. Send me a trade offer, anything like that. I love helping you guys out with your teams. Today, we're going to be going over some buy lows and some buy nows that I just think have been on the top of my mind, and I just want to get this info out to everyone. So let's get the first is a couple wide receivers here in the Tennessee offense. Now, these guys are not ranked super high, but I just think there's a discrepancy of us thinking about the Titans offense from last year and what it's probably going to look like with Callahan coming over. So right here, what I have is the pass run rate from last season for the Bengals and the Titans. Callahan obviously coming over from the Bengals. Titans 24th in the NFL pass run rate with only a 55% pass rate. Bengals had almost an 8% higher pass rate. Now, they did have Joe Burrow, but even remember, Jake Browning played a good chunk of the season last year, and they still had this pass rate, which is what makes me thinking that Will Levis may actually throw the ball more than we're thinking, especially when we think of the Derrick Henry version of the Titans. We now have two good spread offense running backs. They added a lot of wide receivers. So I just think this offense has a little more upside than we are projecting. Now, it comes down to it. These receivers are not costing very much. I'm saying Jameson Williams and Jason Brownlee to go get Calvin Ridley. And I'm saying Javon Baker and Braxton Berrios to go get DeAndre Hopkins here. And I just think both of these deals, I think these wide receivers are going to finish higher than what we're paying for. I think we're going to get a couple good years out of Ridley. And I think Hopkins has one or two decent, solid wide receiver 3 flex years left. When it comes down to it, I just really like the price you can get these players for. And I think they have upside higher than their rank, especially redraft. But even in Dynasty, I think there's some value to be had. Next off is going to be a running back who I just have kind of come around on, and I think he's going to have a pretty good season. I'd say trade a couple future picks to go get Jerome Ford. I'm suggesting 2/3 here. I wouldn't mind trading a late second if you have a good team. What I'm thinking here with Jerome Ford is, first off, I think he's going to be a solid running back when he's on the field. He was a top 15 guy basically when he did play last year. Nick Chubb may or may not be back till closer to finish the season. Even if he does come back, I'd assume Ford still holds a role. And when it comes to Jerome Ford, you can basically just use him until you do not need him anymore. So you trade for him, you use him for 5 weeks, and if you want to dish him a couple weeks before Chubb comes back, still get something in return. I think that's a decent little strategy. I just like the price for Ford. I think you're getting a top 20 back while he plays. Last year, I'm just going to come back to this one. I talked about this a couple months ago, haven't mentioned it for a couple weeks, but I just bought Barkley in a league for some 27 picks. And I'm just going to say it out here. I think Barkley is weirdly attainable compared to some of these other high running backs. I love the fit in the Eagles offense. He may get less touches than he had in New York, but they're going to be much more valuable when it comes to Barkley. And I think he has a very good season coming up with Philly. I think he's going to be very consistent. I think he's going to get good touches. I think he's going to score some touchdowns. So I just really like Saquon Barkley this year. And I think he is affordable. I'd be willing to throw a first and a second to go get Barkley. Something kind of in that neighborhood where you're adding a little bit, but I just think he's got a very good season this year. I think he's going to be a top 10 guy. So thank you guys for tuning in. Trying to get you something from my new location. As you can see, I got a new background. I'm having to kind of look down at the camera, but I thank you guys for toughing it out with me. Hit subscribe, like the video. I'll come at you when I can next week, maybe this week again, but thank you guys so much. Football is so close, and I love helping you guys. Shoot me a comment. I want to see your teams. I want to see your trades. Want to see your rookie draft hauls, but thanks for tuning in.